Hi, I'm CORLA Bertrand. I'm one of the featured artists here at the New Zone Gallery for July 2026, and this is my show, Soul Stirrings. Soul Stirrings, a cauldron of magic and revelation, is about my collage work and my process. I have a really deep and rich inner life, and I pay attention to my dreams, and I meditate often, and I also have visions now and again, and those work their way into my collage work. So my collage work is like a meditation. In that meditation, it's like a cauldron of magic and revelation. I get into a zone where I start with an object or a face or something, and I think, what wants to come and be with this, and what kind of meaning and magic can I make? And sometimes it's really serendipitous, where something just appears, and other times it might have to sit for a while before I find the right thing for it to really make that magic. And as far as the revelation piece, I can start with a dream or maybe a vision that I've had, or just a thought. I mean, there's so much going on in our world right now, but if I'm attracted to an image, it's because it holds something for me, and I want to work with that and see what wants to work with it. And after a while, ta-da, I have a collage. So this piece is called Second Sight, and it's from various sources, but the first thing I was attracted to was this young girl. She's looking at you and leaves you a little bit unsettled. And then I found this piece here of a woman holding a crystal ball. And I knew I wanted to put them together, but what was gonna go with them? And plus, this image of the woman was really quite short, and I wanted her up taller, so I had to build up in the foreground. And then I came across these other two women with fur coats on that have their backs to the girl, and I thought, wow, that's really powerful. They've got three women that are hooded and not looking at this young girl, and she's looking at us. And it's just a really powerful piece. I'm not going to tell you what it means, because it might mean something different to you. Second Sight, that's right. So this is Sacred Space, and this piece started with being attracted to this background of a cathedral, and thinking about what happens in a cathedral, or what can happen in a cathedral. And then I found these tulips, and they kind of mimic the arches, and I thought, oh, that would work really pretty, be a good contrast. It was really tricky to do that, though, because of these little spindly legs, trying to get those glued down, and it can be quite intricate and slow going, but I got that done, and then added the egg and the butterfly. So an egg being rebirth, and butterfly transformation, tulips blooming, all in sacred space. So this piece is called Pacing the Cage. I was really attracted to these images of dancers and the girls all lined up, and if you can see closely, I mean, they look a little melancholy, but they're probably in the end of their day, and they're tired of all these routines, but they're all lined up, and they're also up here. And then there's this woman who's dancing. She's got like a hood on her face. She looks really distressed. And there's an elder woman on her arm who is visibly concerned about her. And to me, it was a really strong feminine statement of where the state of the feminine right now. We're really in crisis. And I ended up naming the piece Pacing the Cage, which is a great line from a Bruce Cockburn song. But Pacing the Cage, that's where we're at. This is the triune function. Initially, I was attracted to this dancer in a hoop. So I started with that piece and decided to center her at the bottom, and then the angles of her feet and her leg and arm made me think of bird beaks, and I found a couple of birds that worked, a kingfisher and a blue jay, and I added in 3 eggs and this great blue and black snake. And I think it's just a really strong piece. I like the contrast of colors between the orange and the blue and black and white. I'm just really happy with it. So I'd like to really urge you all to come down to the New Zone this month. We've got a great show. There's 69, 70 artists here besides myself. Lots to look at and enjoy, and take something home with you. Have a great July. Thank you.